Hi guys, welcome back to another video.
This video is going to be all about natural selection. So, natural selection overall is when organisms with better traits have a better chance to survive and reproduce, which allows them to pass along their beneficial traits. What are traits though? Traits are characteristics or features of an organism that are determined by genetics. So when we say determined by genetics, it means that they are passed from parent to offspring. So if your parents have a certain trait, like a certain eye color, or that they're super tall, or anything like that, those are genetic traits that can get passed along to you. So, here are some examples of traits. We have eye colors, hair colors, and then we also have things that we can't see. Like, you could have genetic diseases or genetic conditions. For example, I have eczema, which is like a skin condition, and that is genetic. So a lot of people in my family have it too. So traits, they can be beneficial or harmful. They can also just kind of be like neither. A lot of traits are just neutral. They don't hurt and they also don't help you. But let's go through some. Strength in a lion. Do you guys think that would be beneficial or harmful? Yeah, so this would be beneficial because that will help lions be really strong and hunt and get food, everything like that. It also helps them not become prey. They don't get hunted on because they're super strong. What about a genetic disease? Yeah, this is going to usually be harmful. There are genetic diseases that are kind of neutral, like they don't really affect you that much in our world today. But overall, this is not a beneficial thing for you. What about for animals being able to camouflage? Yeah, being able to camouflage is definitely beneficial. This is beneficial for prey animals, animals that are being hunted by predators, because they're able to hide from predators and get eaten less often. And then running super fast is definitely good, beneficial. It helps them catch prey, it helps them run away from danger, everything like that. What about being forgetful and disorganized? Overall, this one is pretty neutral for humans because it's not life or death if we're a little bit forgetful. But if you think about an animal trying to survive in the wild, being forgetful about where your shelter is or what types of food are poisonous to you or anything like that, that could actually become super harmful. So even though this for humans is pretty neutral, overall that would be a harmful trait for animals in the wild. So that's what a trait is. We know there are some harmful and some beneficial. Let's get back to natural selection as a whole. So, selecting for beneficial traits. This is what we mean when we're talking about natural selection. It means that beneficial traits become more and more common in a population over time, and I'm going to explain why. So, we start out with some variation. We have some fast cheetahs and we have some slow cheetahs. We've already determined that being fast for a cheetah is beneficial because they are able to hunt their prey. So yeah, one trait is better for survival. Fast cheetahs are going to do better because they can get more food, while slow cheetahs are going to have less access to food and they will die off more quickly. Of course, again, for humans, being fast or slow is not something that determines our ability to survive. This is a factor for animals in the wild, though, because they need to escape from dangerous situations and they need to be able to hunt for food. So when slow cheetahs are getting less and less food, they are going to die off more quickly. They die. And these guys are going to survive. So when the fast cheetahs are the only ones surviving, they are also then the only ones who are able to reproduce, which allows them to pass on that trait of being fast. And as a result, this population becomes more and more and more made up of fast cheetahs only. This is a huge reason why cheetahs are fast as an animal at all, is because that trait was beneficial for them at some point in the past. And so it was selected for. It was the ones that had it were able to survive more. They were able to reproduce more. And now we have cheetahs that are all super fast. So yeah, the big idea here is when there is a trait that will make survival more likely, it will become more common because individuals with it will reproduce more. So the key things here are beneficial trait, they will survive, and then they will reproduce. So beneficial trait causes them to survive and then reproduce. So let's hit some key points here. Key points. Traits are passed along from parents to offspring. We know that. Some traits help with survival. As we said, some traits are actually harmful towards survival, and also some traits are just neutral. They don't do anything either way. And number 3, traits that help with survival become more common because individuals that have it are able to reproduce more often and pass that trait along. So this is your whole video about natural selection. If you have any questions, please ask them in class or write them down on your notes paper.